Hello and welcome back for another video. This is going to be a video covering a game called Manor Lords. Now, I'm sure many of you have seen this game. It's blown up recently, but for those of you that maybe haven't, it is a feudal slash like medieval city builder game. Probably one of the best we've ever seen. It's remarkable, and I believe it was developed all by one guy. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. Now, the reason I'm recording this is I went through and played a couple. I went through and did some test plays. I recorded even like 3 videos of it. However, as of I believe like this morning, within like the last day or so, the developer released a test build, a beta build, that basically fixed a lot of things and changed a lot of things. And I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and install that beta build and let's record the new game as it is now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I haven't done a lot of my single player games on the channel recently. It's been mostly our tabletop roleplay games, our campaigns, our D&D games. So we did just finish Rath, so that's done. But I figured, you know what, let's get in, let's settle down, let's have a cup of coffee and enjoy a nice, peaceful, relaxing city builder game. You guys are gonna love this. It's some of the cinematics that you can get into. There's a cinematic camera. It's just amazing to just sit back and watch, you know, the town come to life. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do, choose your character. I went ahead and went with this handsome fella here, put in your name, and then you can design your own armament, your own banner. So I went ahead and went with something simple just like this. It's not much. I went with this one here, black, green to match his colors, and then no symbol for anyone who wants to play along. That's kind of what I'm doing, but you can see there's tons of different options you can do here. Some pretty crazy ones as well. All kinds of different stuff, but that's what we got. Okay, there's a bunch of different settings you can do. Rise to prosperity, restoring the peace, on the edge, basically just different levels of challenging. I'm just going to go standard and standard. This puts us at raider frequency of medium, no more than a single raid every 2 years. Get 2 years before raids start happening. There's initially 1 bandit camp on the map. You can have, I believe, up to 3 bandit camps before they'll stop spawning. It starts in spring. Standard amount of starting supplies. This is one of the new additions from the beta. It says royal taxes. But the king's tax are collected annually from each region with a settlement level of small village and above. The rate is 1 treasury per resident per settlement level. Armament delivery. A free weapons delivery from militia as soon as the player builds a storehouse and 5 residential plots. Residential requirements. The town will not grow if requirements are unfulfilled. Approval factors have an average impact on population growth. Well placement can only be placed on top of underground water. And players get warning if supplies get soaked, and when the next rain comes, they may get destroyed. A chance of random droughts in the summers, which may kill crops. Rare fires caused by thunderstrikes. There you go. Pretty standard. Let's get into it. Alright, welcome to what will be called Arwin's Rest. This is going to be our starting region and our starting little town. You can see we're starting off with some supplies, a hitching post with an oxen, and a homeless camp. A couple of villagers wandering about. Let's look at our cinematic camera there. Basically, if we zoom out, oh, we have a message. The victory condition is dominance. Build up your town, your manor, and when ready, press claims toward regions owned by your opponents. Once a claim has been pressed, be ready for battle. I'll unite these lands under my rule. Done. I'm going to keep the game paused just so that we don't lose track of time here. So there's a lot to look at. First, we're going to look at the region. This region is currently called Immerse. Let's go ahead and change this. You just click on that name up here. Click then. We're going to change that to Arwin's Rest. That's a shout out to our current D&D campaign called King's Crossing. We'll get into that screen later, but now you can see it's called Arwin's Rest. So here we're in the bottom kind of region of this kingdom here. Got a bunch of different regions, and this other kingdom has currently conquered 2 regions. Nothing I can do about that. They have conquered 2 regions. My hope is that we can expand, conquer some of these other ones, and push him out. But in the meantime, this is where we're at in Arwin's Rest. Now, what we've got is we've got the main roads. They're already pre-built roads. The King's Road. We'll connect this to this region. I tried to pronounce it. There ain't no way. That region and this region. So, what we could do, we could actually expand this road out and connect up to this road. That way we can connect to this region as well. But what we've got here is, I'm going to leave it in this screen for now. We've got stone deposit, an iron deposit, kind of a mining area, all kind of grouped up right up here. We've got rich deposit of wild animals, so double the amount. So usually you'd have, I can show you right here, wild animals 20, wild animals 40. We also have, excuse me, we also have a berry deposit next to it. And way over here, you got a clay deposit. It's actually a really good start. I like it. So, a rich food deposit, so that'll help us out with food. We've got solid roads through the middle. I like that. So, we've got good transportation through all of our land. You've got kind of a centralized mining area, which is kind of nice. And then we start out with a road branching off coming up here to where our little homeless camp is. Then you've got another road branching off on this other side. And if you see, the other side is all open. Now what I'm thinking is farmlands. I feel like that would make for great farmlands. So what you can do is you can press C, that brings up your building map. And then you can check some of the overlays. So here's our underground water. This is where you're going to be able to place wells. You got some wells that we could do up there. You've also got some that you could do kind of along the King's Road here. Emmer fertility? If anyone can tell me what that is, that would be great. You can open this little help menu and see. I haven't seen it anywhere. Not sure what emmer is. Whenever I've watched videos of other people doing this, none of them ever knew either. Yeah, see, I don't know. If anyone can tell me what emmer is, that'd be great. Flax is what we use to make clothes. Barley you use to make ale. Rye is like the stronger version of wheat. You could plant it anywhere, but you have to research it to unlock it. Smell and fire hazard are still works in progress. They're not in the game yet. So we're gonna look at is like barley. Okay, you can see this this area down here that I wanted to place my farms has some good farmland, some not very fertile. The green is going to be more fertile. Flax. Okay, flax has a little bit better. So what we could do is we could plant barley, and then where we can't plant barley, we can plant flax. Do that. And then hopefully, if this emmer is like our wheat, plant that anywhere. Great. You'd have like flax and barley over here, and then a whole wheat thing over here. Maybe get like massive bakeries going, you know? But we'll see. We'll see. For now, what we need is just the basics to survive. What we're going to want is a logging camp. Logging camp is going to allow us to have workers go fell nearby trees and produce timber. So up here, you'll see our timber. Timber is used basically for most of your buildings. You'll see if I want to build this woodcutter's lodge, it's going to cost 1 timber. Same with the saw pit, it's going to cost 2. Forester's hut, 2. You've got timber, you've got planks. Planks will get used for other buildings like the church. It's going to require 20 planks. You got stone, blocks, tools, wooden parts, and roof tiles. That's just in your construction. And you got food, which is going to be like meat, vegetables, berries. You got fuel, firewood and charcoal. You got crops, wheat, flax, barley, rye, dung, and fertilizer. I don't believe dung and fertilizer are in the game yet, but I could be wrong on that. Crafting materials, commodities, and military arms. There you go. Over here, you're going to see your families. So your town is built with families, not people specifically, but families of people. We've currently have 5 families unassigned, and you got to have someone unassigned to do all your building. If everyone has a job, no one will be like doing all the transporting and construction. Your assigned families, we currently have 0, so that's families that currently have a job. There's no living spaces. There are 10 people within these 5 families. We have 10 people. like 8 males, 2 females. Approval, currently at 50%, so that's as your population grows, you'll have to fluctuate in your approval, and you want to keep that higher. If it's over 50%, you can have some population growth, and more families will want to come to your town. Public order, I haven't gotten into too much of my test plays, but basically you will be able to tax your people, you'll be able to govern them, and hopefully keep crime down. Regional wealth, that's how much wealth this specific region has, currently at 50. How much livestock this region has, currently at 1. And then the number of months before our supplies run out, that's fuel and food. Right now we're at 4 months and no fuel consumption. So, we want to start building. And what we're going to need is we're going to need timber to be able to build all our buildings. So we're going to want to get a timber production going. And what you want to do, I'm going to keep our timber production probably close. I want to kind of keep things a little close for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place it like up over here. And what I want to do is I don't want to uproot trees because I want to get all the most bang for my buck here. I'm going to place that down and have them build onto that. And what we're going to want is we're going to want roads to everything. What I'm thinking is we're going to have a centralized road that will like carve through these trees. Like so. And then we can tie in these 2 mining pits to this main road. That'll give us a timber construction. So they're going to be able to get that going. Actually, I'm going to hit play and we're going to let them kind of start moving and grooving. You'll see that they're going to grab the ox. They're going to probably haul some supplies over there to get building. Let's see. There you go. They're going to haul at and start working on getting this timber camp, logging camp, built. In the meantime, we need to get some other things going. So you can see over here, we've got hunting and berry gathering. So we need to get this built. Problem is I want to build my main city over here, I think. So I'm not going to want my hunting and fishing near that. What I'm thinking is we're going to place these kind of in these trees down here. Want to make sure you could have pathing from each side. It doesn't really matter. I was just doing it for my own creative. Yeah, I'm tearing down trees here. I'm not trying to keep the trees from being torn down as best I can. Here we go. We'll do like that, and then once again, you want to go. And we've got a road connecting these 2. It will take you out to the main road. Go. So first thing we're going to want to do is click on this logging camp, and we want to put that on highest priority. I want them to build this first. Then we can come over here to our hunting camp. We'll put that on very high. And our foraging camp on very high. That way we'll have those 2 things getting produced. Now we've got 5 families. It's going to take 1 family to run this, 1 family to run each of those. So 3 total. So that leaves us with 2 families. What else are we going to need? Right off the jump, I'd say logistics. We're probably going to want our storehouses, which kind of gets into how we want to build our city. Not entirely sure right off the rip, but what I'm thinking is, can I delete this road? Yes. Okay. Now we can build our own off of it. Let's see. What I'm thinking is we keep mainly a straight road here. I know you can do more creative stuff with it, but my brain requires the straight road to kind of function here, so not very good at this. So we're gonna see if I can design some kind of city to help us function here. Okay. So let's get that road in, and then what we're going to do is we're going to build a storehouse and a granary. I don't know what that mine there. I want my city on this side. I want my city over here, actually. I think about it. Keep that road in so that they can get in and out, but thinking put our city over here. Keep our production stuff over there. And then farms over here. Yeah, you know what? Let's try that. Put our city over here, and that way I don't have to worry about it. Land looks like, so it's pretty flat. Okay. You kind of branch off of this. So what I'm thinking is storehouse, connect the road, here, and then we can do a granary on the other side. There we go, and we'll put these at high priority, so they'll do these ones next. Got a new message, let's check that. I have heard of your renown. I only seek to defend my rights, my honor against those who would wrong me. I hope you will not judge me by the rumors and slanders that some may spread about me. Signed and sealed by my own seal, Hildebort von Berenrut. Okay, so that is the other kingdom. That's the one that's pushing in on our claim. So we can have a couple different negotiations with them. I think this is still a work in progress as well, because you'll see. Oh no, actually updated it. Minus 100 diplomacy, 500 something. The surprise war. Let's not go to war with him. I require silver for my endeavors. Or you have no rightful claim to Selbitz and Hofstetten. Okay, so that's an influence cost. What that is. 500, none. I'm gonna say you have no claim to these lands. Back inside our town here. Let's look at what we're working on. So the storehouse workers collect stone. Workers collect, store, and distribute goods using the generic storage. If needed, they will also automatically set up stalls on the marketplace to distribute the stored goods to the burgage plots. Burgage plots are like your homes. Granary, workers collect, store, and distribute goods using the pantry. If needed, they also will set up stalls to distribute goods to the burgage plots. So we need planks to make any more of those, but I've got 2 down. I used the planks that we had. Yep, we're currently at 0 planks now. So that'll at least get those built. The other thing that we're really going to want is more hitching posts. So the oxen will basically do all of our hard labor. That's going to provide all of our heavy lifting. And if we only have one, that means everyone's just waiting their turn to use that one oxen. So what we're going to want is we're going to want more oxen to be able to provide our people more use of, like, to not tie up people's time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and build 2 more on either side of this road next to these so they can be used. We'll put these at... I'm actually going to put these at very high. I want these to get built pretty soon. Probably sooner than later. Let's go over here and have a look at how things are going. Looks like things are getting built. Waiting on some more timber to be dragged in. Looks like they're waiting on more timber to be dragged in, but we can see here, we're already getting started on our logging camp. Standing around waiting. Go ahead and speed up time here. Alright, here they come. It did take some time. Thankfully, this should get this logging camp up and working, so that way we don't have to wait on this anymore. And you can see, we were waiting on that ox to be able to get back over here. That's why I want to get those hitching posts up so bad, so we can get more ox and we don't have to wait on that. So once he drops this timber off, all these workers should come back. I think they got tired of waiting. They should come back and finish working on this. Looks like someone snuck in while I was looking the other way. Yep, someone's already getting over here and getting started on working. And there you have it, a logging camp. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop out, zoom out. We're going to click on this logging camp and we're going to go and assign our first family to this. I'm actually going to assign a couple families to this because we need the timber to start coming in so we can really produce. And right now there's nothing else for anyone else to work on besides building. I'm going to have 3 families on this. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into advanced and limit their work area. Because if you don't limit it, they'll just take out all the trees everywhere. What we want is we want them to specifically focus fire certain areas. So where is our... These here are our buildings. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear this little pocket of trees right here. So that little pocket of trees is going to get cut down. And what we can do then is we can use that timber to build these right there. So that way they don't have to haul it very far. It's just right on top of them. I think that should work. Is there anything else we need to do here? You can look at the people and you can see kind of who's doing what. Right now they're all out felling trees, cutting down trees, so we can actually look. I believe they should be heading over here. Only cutting in this area. Let's see. Oh, actually, hold up. They went and did one of the hitching posts. So they're already over here building these hitching posts because they don't require timber. They just need to be built. So what we can actually do is we can order another ox already. I had 50 regional wealth, so I'm going to go ahead and get another ox on its way to take over this hitching post. And as soon as this one's done, I'm going to do the exact same thing. As you can see, they're still tearing down this whole area, but we created a nice little camp area. So what we're going to do is come out of the cinematic mode here. We're going to go ahead and start throwing people on these buildings. So our foraging hut, same exact thing. We'll place them over these berry bushes. Not a very rich berry bush, but it is what it is. So we can put them on there, and then we can take our hunting camp and do the exact same thing. Take these people and put them on this hunting ground. Remember, rich hunting, so should get enough. Now you'll see all our families are assigned. Remember, we put 3 on the lumber camp and then we just did 1 for each of those. So now we don't have any families to like guide the ox and do work. What I need to do is come over here and take a family off of the logging camp. That way they can still walk around and do more work. We are bringing in a good supply of timber though, so I'm happy about that. Over here you can see they're actually already getting started on the granary and the storehouse. And you can see our other hitching post got built. However, you can only order an ox once a month. The trader is available once a month. Since we bought the one for this one, can't buy this one for another 14 days, so I gotta wait on that. In the meantime, with all that timber we brought in, I think it's time we get started on building our first set of houses. What I'm thinking is, you create like a main street right here. Comes down. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into residential, go into these burgish plots, and start a row of houses. What you want is you can build them like this, and you can see you can put in that many burgish plots, but you can also expand it, and you'll see this back space on them. I don't actually need that much, I don't think. Do like that. You see this back area that allows for like extra buildings, and what that is like that's different farms or businesses. They can put in like a chicken coop, they can put in a vegetable garden, all kinds of stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to drop this down. As we do, you'll see we're closing in how many burgish plots we want. And now we've gotten to a point where it adds a little bonus house. This is like a guest house, so you could have 2 families living on this plot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right now we have 5 families. That would give us 5 families, plus an extra one, plus a bonus house for every single family. I like that. I don't know if that's the best way to go. We've got 20 timber. This will cost us 12. Go ahead and get that building. I should work on these first and then start building in the houses. Now the last thing that we're going to want, you'll see that our food is getting low. We've got the hunters on that. The other thing that we're going to need is fuel. What we're going to want is a woodcutter's lodge. Now what it says here is workers fell nearby trees to reduce firewood. I don't think they fell their own trees. I think they pull from the trees that are fallen from the lumber camp. What I'm going to do is we need to create a kind of industry area where, like, if this is Main Street, we're going to have houses on either side. I wonder if we can even do second row of houses. Let's just see. Where do we put in second row of houses? Try and link this up. Similar. We did something like that. We drop it down to, what was it, 6? Yeah, we could do a second row of houses. Perfect. Okay, so what I want is I want these houses to be like that. And then what I'm thinking is we keep a kind of central area here in the middle. Thin this road out. Thinking we keep a central area here. Just about yay wide. And you down like this. That workable. Yeah, perfect. Okay. We'll keep about that much and then we'll do another burgish plot over here. Road. Carries all the way. That's just about right. And then, so what we're going to do is we're going to do houses on either side. Do church right there. That look good. And reversed if I do like road here and put it there. Then you're going to want a marketplace for people to be able to sell their goods. We're also going to need that. I'd actually do the marketplace here. The road. If we do a marketplace like that, that gives us about 50. What? I need to be able to see this road. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to change our logging camp to stop working over there. I want them to work. There we go. So now they'll be able to cut down these trees and use these to build this. So let's go ahead and keep time going. And this road is straight. Doesn't look like it is, does it? Try and get it as straight as possible. Okay, so then if we go marketplace there, that does like go like that. This is a 72 market stalls. That is a lot. What I might actually do, take that down. That. $45, that's still a lot. That's a lot of market stalls, but that's not bad. Maybe we'll go slightly smaller. Slightly smaller. Take it right in between these. Alright, let's see how that looks. So basically what this is we're setting up a little market for people to be able to sell their wares at. 27, I'm alright with that. So people will come down and like the hunters can come down and sell meats and hides. You know, the berry pickers can come down and sell berries. The woodcutter will be able to sell firewood. Speaking of which, that's what we wanted to do. I totally forgot. So we need an area where we're going to be able to put up industry. What I'm thinking is kind of keep the idea of, I wonder, I need this road north. Where did you put the, what is this? The granary. Yes. Okay. Change plans. Demolishing this one, we're building this one. It's on very high, right? No, it's just on high. Okay. But this is going to be our focus. We're going to put those two there. And this hitching post we can actually pick up and move. Put it right there. In line with that one. Okay. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So that'll kind of keep that. Now we need industry. I want to do industry on this interior. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know that I want the woodcutter to be like in here. But why not, right? We could have this whole area be like industry. You have houses up there. I can't think of a reason why not, so we're just going to do that. We're going to have this whole central area kind of be industry. Alright, I would say we put these on highest priority. One on, oh, save. This one on very high, make sure that that gets built. I want these on highest priority because we need to get our supplies out of the rain. Those are on very high, so then we need houses to get put on high. 4 and 5. And this one will be on medium, and this one will be on low. So that way we've got a priority system of how we want things to get built. They should be over here cutting down trees, which our ox should be then able to just haul straight from there to the builder's area. Transporting stone, collecting, constructing. Oh, the hunters are coming out to build their first stall, I bet. There you go, the first stall. Our hunters are putting in their first stall. That's awesome. Okay. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Now we just need to figure out which one they're going to build first. I think it's one of these two, yeah? Okay, the ox is coming over. He's hauling stuff. Should have... Here, another ox. There he is. Those are 2 ox. I wonder if we can get our third one yet. And go ahead and order our third ox so we can make this work. Really drive through. One thing I want to change as we're kind of getting going, we have one family unassigned that is hauling all the ox and everything. What I'm thinking is we're going to take our second family, because right now we're collecting 22 timber. I'm going to take my second family off of here. I'm going to allow 2 families to haul ox and build. That should speed up our building time, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And there you have it. Okay. Had a little bit of a time lapse there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. But we got 2 hitching posts, storehouse, the granary, and our main row of houses. We still have to do the woodcutter's lodge, but I wanted to bring us back because we have a couple of things going on. First, a new message. Armament delivery. A strong militia is paramount to the survival of any settlement. Luckily, a shipment of weapons has just arrived, and you will now be able to create your first militia banners to serve you and protect your people. However, we will need more weapons to equip all the people as the settlement grows, either by making them or importing them from other lands. Form the militia. So the first thing you can do is come down here to Army, create a new unit. And what we currently have is we have 10 recruits available, because remember we have, where do we say it? Right here. 10 men, 4 women now. So 2 more women have joined our, Wait, did we have 15 people? No, we had 10. No. Yeah, we had 8 men, 2 women. So now we have 10 men, 4 women. Okay, so we had 2 more men and 2 women come join the families. So no more families, but people have joined the families. So you'll see, I think it should be, yeah, see there's 3 people in this family instead of 2 now. Same with this one. So from that, we have 10 recruits. Because only your fighting age males are allowed to fight for some reason. It is what it is. We have 20 spears and 20 large shields were delivered to it. So we could outfit 20 spearmen. So if we click on them, you can see the spearmen use spears and large shields. We have 20. You can get a unit up to size 36. We only have 10 recruits though, so we will have 10 spearmen in our militia. That is just all we can have right now until we grow. Otherwise, our logging camp during that time lapse had to take a break and moved the construction from this side over to this side. Just had them clear away some of these trees to help with that building. What we'll do now is we'll just have them clear away probably these trees here to help clear away some of that building. We're going to finish up our woodcutter's lodge so that we can get some fuel in. And then I think get this house built so that we can bring in more people. You'll see our approval is low. It's because people were homeless. They're no longer homeless. Everyone has a house. But that won't go away until the next month. So, in the meantime, we need to wait on that. The other thing that they're going to want is they're going to want more stalls. You'll see that firewood stall actually got installed. We don't have a woodcutter yet, but we do have a firewood stall. Looks like the warehouse set it up. So we had some firewood already in stock. We had 9 firewood in stock, so they are selling it to the people to be able to make sure that people get their stock. I do have a family on this warehouse, able to help start collecting supplies. You'll see that they've already started doing that. You probably saw them during the time lapse hauling the carts around. So they are selling firewood. I don't have anyone on the granary yet because I just don't have enough families. Remember, I still need a family to go around and do all the building, and we're going to need someone to do the wood cutting once this gets started. So we really need this other house to get built and people to move into there. So we're going to let them build these last 2 things. And I don't know why I had it paused that whole time. We should have had it playing. But let them build these last 2 buildings here. I believe the woodcutter's hut. Yeah, it's going to be the woodcutter's lodge, excuse me. And then the other burgage plot to get that wrapped up. So looks like they're heading out to get started, maybe? No, what are you guys? What are you doing? Transporting spears. Oh, they're actually taking spears from the warehouse and distributing it to the houses to make sure that these people have their armaments in their homes ready to go. Oh, that's cool. I hadn't seen that before. Are there 3 fighting age males in this house? No, there's 2. I wonder why they took 3 spears in there. I don't know. It's an early access game, guys. Not looking into it too much. It's just cool that they go and distribute the hunters, bringing meat to a stall to sell. Hey, another family member joined. Is it? It's a female. Another female joined. That's so cool. I don't know, guys. I don't know about you. I could just sit here and just watch. They're transporting shields now. Hard out. Everyone's going and grabbing all their armaments. Once they're done transporting all their armaments, hopefully they'll get back to work. And there you have it. We have a woodcutter's lodge. Now I could put a family on this, but remember, I need a family to build this last house. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for them to build this house, and then we're going to get them on the woodcutting. We are low on fuel, but I'm hoping they'll be able to catch back up. 16 months of food now, so our food gatherers are doing great. Our hunters and gatherers. Now you'll see a bandit camp was sighted. We have our first bandit camp has come to the game. They're in the region Wayan. That's a decent ways away from me, but I could send my militia over here, take them out, gather all the resources from their land and bring them back. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 of them. Remember, I have 10. So I would be heavily outmanned. Don't think it's worth it. Just don't think it's worth it for us to go after them right now. Unfortunately, that means more than likely he's going to send troops down. We just kind of have to let it be. Just don't have the manpower to go take on bandits right now. Okay, the last house is built. We've got that up now. So we will be able to have a home for new people to come into once we get our approval rating up. Now, you'll see in recent days no one's homeless, but we still have the -10 from people being homeless previously. Thankfully, that's going to go away real soon. We don't have anything else to build right now, so I'm going to go ahead and throw a family on the woodcutter's lodge. Let them start stockpiling fuel for the winter. Make sure that no one's going to freeze. Meanwhile, I think everything else is basically taken care of. So now what we need is we just need to make sure that people are happy in their homes. Water access and a church. That's the only things we're missing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take storehouse off. I'll be honest, I completely forgot about this. We need to build a well. Thankfully, it looks like we've got a pretty good spot right here to build a well. I like it. Go ahead and put a road. Center of this.
Come on, people, get to work.
I think I want to do this. Thinking actually delete that. What if we did a road connecting these two? Could I then put a well? Yeah, there we go. Something like that. And could I? Nah, I can't connect that one. Don't know if that works actually. To build off of these. I like the spot for it. It's kind of out of the way. Just do what we had. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Thankfully, it gives you all your resources back for anyone who might be curious. It does give you all your resources. There we go. We'll do one of those. Road go up to the well. We'll put this on highest priority. We need well access. The other thing they're really going to want is a church. Now remember, we don't have the planks for a church. I also don't have the stone, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it didn't give me all my resources back. Or maybe the bandits stole some stone. No? Missing one stone, and I'm not sure how. Okay. We're going to need one stone. Unfortunate. This means is we need to find our stone deposit here. And we're going to need to build mining camp for it.
Let's get to work.
I'm going to put this on probably lowest. Because the other thing we're also going to need is planks, which we need a saw pit for. Our saw pit will be in town as well, probably next to the woodcutter.
Come on, people. Get to work.
Put this one at very low. That way they'll do the well, the saw pit, and then the stone. I don't have any families to man those. Possibly during the winter, I could pull the forager off because you'll see our berry bushes will, well, it's actually good right now, but it will be shrinking once winter hits. Animals are good. I didn't mean to zoom in that far. Hunter camp and our forager hut are actually doing pretty well right now. Eventually, I can probably pull my forager off, help man one of those stations, and kind of dip them between the two. Probably have them do stone first. Let's put you on lowest, because we only need one stone to be able to get the church built. Then we'll need a bunch of planks. So I'll have them get one stone and then come over here and man the planks, the saw pit, to get all our planks up and running. See if we can do that. In the meantime, one thing that we haven't done, you guys may have seen, we got a development bonus point. So we got 1 point for that. Now, what are we going to spend that on? You can kind of, this is a way to distinguish what your region is good at. So hunting, gathering, farming, trade, or crafting. Now, a lot of these are locked because they're in early access, remember. Get into armor smithing. You can get into some beekeeping and waxmaking. Your hunters can get better meat and hides. Your farmers can get better irrigation, bakeries. You know, remember, we're going to be big on farming. I feel like that's a route we're probably going to want to go down. Right now, we don't have farms. Just don't have it. Trade, we haven't gotten into either. So I think our hunter-gatherer is going to be the spot that we want to start. Now, what we could do is we have really good hunters. Remember, our animals are twice, or it's a rich deposit of animals, if I remember right. Now, I'm second guessing myself. Is that correct? Yes, rich deposit of wild animals. So, this would enable our hunters to skillfully lay traps in the forest, which give a passive income of meat. And then we can get into things like advanced skinning, which doubles the amount of meat harvested by hunters, or health extraction, which means they also collect hides from traps. These traps would give them both passive meat and hides. Now, our other option is forest management, doubles the capacity of all berry deposits. Would be good because remember, we don't have a good deposit of berries. The other one is beekeeping. Apiary. Workers collect honey. Each region can sustain up to 2 apiaries by default. Placing more will not increase the yield. So we could have 2 apiaries, which could eventually provide us wax as well, which we could then sell. To be honest, I'm not sure what the best option to go is here. I know from a lot of the videos, a lot of people go the hunting route, but I currently have a rich deposit already, so I don't know that that's the best route to go down. Berries would grant us a huge boost to our berry deposit, which might be the right route. This is a tough call. You know what? I'm going to leave this. I'm going to upload this video, and you guys tell me in the comments which one you guys think we should go down. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Meanwhile, we need to wait on the rest of our buildings to get built. So, let's hang out, watch our town, and I'll bring you guys back as soon as I have something for you. Okay, so there we have it. We have our saw pit done. Zoom out right over here. Let's see, we have our stone pit done. Our stone cutter camp. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw our extra family on the stone cutter camp. Remember, we just need to get one extra stone. I'm gonna have them work on that. Meanwhile, you can see our timber's piling up. We've got 35 timber, so we'll be set to start turning that into planks once we get another family in. Meanwhile, maybe that stonecutter camp. I haven't actually had to mess with the stonecutter camp a lot because we start out with enough to get me through the early game during my test play. But with the stonecutter camp, I wonder if they're going to come set up a store as well. I don't know what all they'll be able to do with that, but it'll be cool to see. Our well is in places as well. So we can click on these houses and we can see they are happy with their water access. They still want a church. They've got a good amount of fuel. We'll check on that in a second. Our food, we're having at least 2 types of food coming in. Probably meat and berries. And then clothing we don't have yet. So that's another thing we're going to want to look at. The hunters are bringing in hide. So what we could do is we could get in here and build a tannery, which would allow for that hide to get turned into clothing. I might actually do that. Maybe once we get that 1 stone. We can get that 1 stone. I might have them come build this. Because then we can bring in clothing and maybe boost our approval just over the mark to be able to get us the approval we need to get more families in before we have to get the planks and get a church built. Let's look at doing that. Let's get our 1 stone and we'll go from there. See what these people are doing. They're gathering. Okay, it looks like they might be on their way out here to gather stone. Let's see. There you have it. We should be gathering up some stone. Yep, we're at 15 stone. Perfect. So I'm actually going to pull this family off of here. I know you guys just got there. I'm so sorry. I need to pull you off of there, and I need to get the tannery built. So let's put that on highest priority. We're going to get the tannery built and start selling leather, which hopefully will get us exactly what we need to be able to get more families right before the new year. Let's see. Okay, there you have it. Our tannery is built. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this family on here. Should be able to see that we brought in hides, 29 hides. You see that there? So then we'll be able to turn that into leather with this family here. So we cutter is asleep, waiting and transporting. So should be seeing them be able to start coming in here. The next thing we're going to want is we're going to want to put people back on our work area. We're going to want to put people back on the actually we have a decent amount of timber right now. I think we're gonna start juggling people. We're gonna take these people off of timber. We're gonna put them on the saw pit so we can start getting the planks we need to build the church. That's the route we're gonna go down. I think these people are gonna start going to get the hides to bring leather over. Let's see. I don't know, guys. I could just watch this all day. It's just so immersive. Awesome. So here's our tannery. They're getting the hides done, turning them into leather, hang them up to dry. Oh no, put them on the ground. See how much tanning I've done in my day. Know exactly how it works. Maybe this is how it works. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Tell me. There you go. They're starting to stockpile. Let's see. Yep, 2 leather. Done and done. So cool. Woodcutters going ham. Let's see how our fuel's doing. Yep, we're up to 56 firewood, so that gives us 8 months of fuel right now. Should be able to survive winter, no problem. I believe you have double consumption of firewood in winter. Winter is the months of December to February. But firewood consumption doubled, so that should go down to like 4 months, but that'll definitely get us through winter, no problem. Remember, we're going to have families joining us, so we got to be careful. Definitely don't want to take them off of firewood gathering. We're going to need them on that. That should. Once they set up a stall. So right now we've got enough food to service 4 of these houses well, and 1 of them partially. You've only got 1 food. Yep. There's just not enough of the other type of food. Guessing meat? I'm not sure. And not enough fuel either. Yeah. Not enough fuel. We need more. There's only 4 firewood out there. We gotta keep them on firewood. We gotta keep them going. No one's moved into that one yet, so. Hopefully, I think the homelessness will drop off, so that'll take away that -10. So if we were sitting at 48, that would be a 58. Plus, if we get the clothing stall set up, we'll be sitting pretty good. See what they're doing. Gonna set up a stall. Crafting, transporting, transporting. See if they'll set up a stall. As we wrap up the year, our first year. Constructing. It's time. We're gonna get our first stall before, oh, here we go. Yes, before the year ended. I want to end this video at the end of the year, but I was hoping we could get this done. 49%, come on. Get us boosted. Clothing stalls in. In the new months, will we have enough to get our first new family joining? The new year.
Bring this in, move that there.
Oh. So guys, as we close up this year of Manor Lords here, let me know what you guys thought. I mean, I know I definitely move a lot slower than a lot of the other people that I've seen playing this game. A lot of them will have all this done by like summer. I have no idea how. Maybe I'm slow. It could be that I build far out. You know, there's like lumber camps way over there rather than right next door. Stuff like that. Very well could be the case. I'm not sure, but let me know what you guys thought of our starting little town here in Arwin's Rest. Let me know what you guys want us to spend our bonus little development point on. Which one we want to go towards. With the new family that comes in, what do you think they should be put on? Back on the lumber camp to get us more timber? Should we put them on the storehouse or the granary to be able to distribute supplies where they need to go? Or do we need to start breaking into some of the mining, put them back on stones, to have them left over to build the church? Let me know what you guys think.